Hello, Taurus. Most helpful message for you at this time. There's something under the surface that is causing you to doubt. It's like you don't know exactly what it is, why you're doubting, or what feels off, but something feels off. This is saying listen to it, or you are listening to it. Let's see. Has to do with communication, siblings, or neighbors. Wow, double Scorpio. Maybe even hidden enemies. Unconditional love. You don't have to keep doing this anymore. I like that I say that. I said that because of expired soul contract, but then completed came out. Like it's really, it's like doubling down on your message in a way. And it's also interesting because Scorpio is opposing Taurus. And Taurus is a very grounded energy, so you may be thinking in a lot of practical terms about a certain situation that is not practical. This certain situation has a lot for you to understand if you were able to look below the surface and look to the unknown. Like, know that you don't know it all, right? And this was something that you tried to learn in another lifetime, and now you are here to learn it again, or more completely, to complete the cycle on it and balance out the energy. Maybe there's something where you are placing admiration on another person and or something outside of yourself, an ideal that you don't think that you embody, but you actually do. You're just not recognizing it in yourself. It's like you've been blinded. Something you see outside of yourself actually exists in you. And it's something I think you like. Okay. Is it love? Is it love of a job? Let's see. Doing a job that you love. Love at your job. Let me think. Or let me not think and kind of get this information to come to my awareness. Okay, so it has to do with a friend. Instead of seeing this in the friend, maybe it's like saying, like, this exists in you. Like, why are you giving them all the credit? Be true to you. Meaning, don't project that thing onto them. Know that it's in you. It's time for you to stop whatever this cycle is. Envy, okay. Yeah. See, you think you can't have it or don't have access to it. You think that this isn't something you have, but it is. You have this. You are what you see in them. You are what you see in them. Yeah, it's you've pushed it into your shadow. Okay? So where can you dissect it a little bit, right? Can you realize that, like, there's something here where maybe in childhood, maybe there was someone else who you saw on the playground and they embodied the same kind of energy, and the kids teased them. So you decided not to show yourself as that too. Something like that, right? This is just an example. But the reason I'm showing that example is because it shows that in childhood there may have been some reason why you wouldn't have let yourself see or be that thing. Maybe a parent told you that you weren't that thing. Maybe a big brother or sister told you, no, that's not who you are, or you're not that, or they labeled you in some opposite way. I'm going to ask why not now is here. Maybe you're not being that thing now, but you have the capability of doing it. We got imagination. You're imagining that it's not the case for you, or that it wouldn't be appropriate for you, and it has something to do with you being in service. Maybe this person, this friend, is in service. Yeah, I think this friend is in service, and maybe you don't see yourself as having the same skills. Well, your skills are personalized to you. There's nothing to envy, okay? What you were given is yours because you're the one who is equipped to handle it. What they were given is theirs because they were the one equipped to handle it. There's nothing lacking. There's no reason to expect that you needed something that someone else has or that you don't have. Any skill that you need to have, you can practice and perfect in yourself. Sometimes things come naturally, if the soul is just bringing it in from another lifetime. And sometimes the soul wanted to learn what it is to be disciplined enough to practice and embody something over a long period of time. Your soul has a say in what's happening here. But there's a lot in your subconscious that you have not been able to acknowledge that's interfering with this situation for yourself. Okay, so you're seeing in somebody else something that you actually admire. And you're not realizing that this is a waste of your energy. This is interfering with your own path, because instead you could be using this as a clue. Okay, it's past the time where it was appropriate for you to see this in them instead of yourself. Now it's time for you to take this back into yourself. Okay, you may have even demonized them at some point, right? Instead of seeing the good in what they embody, you may have started looking for reasons to hate on it, to not like it, to ostracize them for it. All the while it exists in you too, and in your own version, and the perfect version for you, which will be true to you. It's not like a mimic of them or anything like that. It's just that they are the object of your projection at this time. You probably had a contract for that to happen, right? They agreed to come into your life and to show you an example of something. And your job was to figure out why it irked you so bad. Why you either loved it or hated it at different moments, right? Because that's showing you that inside your own subconscious is anchored in with some sort of emotion that's unprocessed. Feelings about this particular thing. They probably originate from somebody else's idea about it that you had adopted at a younger age. And now it's time for you to rectify that within yourself and find the real truth of what is going on. And in order to do that, you will have to go beneath the surface and offer yourself, acknowledge it, validate why it's there. Offer yourself acceptance that it's there, and love for the part of you that feels whatever you feel. Maybe it's some love, maybe it's some hate, both things, right? It's like, this is a reading of opposites, because this is the Taurus energy reading that we're looking at, and there's so much Scorpio reading in this, and it's like both things are true. The love that you have for it and the hate that you have for it, both are needing to be honored by you. Okay, and then once you do that, wait 3 days before you kind of start acting on it, right? Because it takes 3 days to integrate. So you'll want to balance out this energy and then kind of like look at it again. You'll feel the shift in it. You'll feel that it's different. You'll feel a bigger awareness about it. You'll feel more comfortable in the unknown. You'll feel ready, but you're not going to be ready until you go down into your own subconscious to figure out what's there about it. Okay? Well, that's really beautiful, Taurus. Remember, it's just information to reflect on, and I'm going to end your reading there.